Namaste, everyone. Happy winter solstice. And it's not only the winter solstice, that's why this one is so special. It is the Great Conjunction. And so what that is Saturn and Jupiter are going to be super close, 1/10 of a degree together tonight. This is the first time that Saturn and Jupiter have been this close together in 400 years. And now this great conjunction where Saturn and Jupiter pass next to each other happens every 20 years, but this has not happened at night in 400 or 800 years. It's been 400 years since they passed this close together. And now one of the times that they have passed this close together was before Christ was born. And what happens when they conjunct like this is it looks like in the sky an 8-point star. It's going to look like a beautiful guiding star. And most of the world will see it. So it's really amazing time right now, historical point of time. So get out there and look at it tonight. With this star, even before Christ, it was said that this great conjunction that happened was said to have guided the 3 wise men to the birth of Jesus. And so think about this year. It's the light at the end of the tunnel. I mean, here we are at this pivotal point, tired, worn out. We've had enough. There's been so much upheaval and so much death and healing that had to happen this past year, and that it is still happening. But there is this beautiful gift tonight, the light at the end of the tunnel, and it's shining down upon us. And we are at this turning point in the astrological time calendar. We are leaving the age of Aries that has been the last 20 years. And we're coming out of that age, and tomorrow we are birthing the age of Aquarius. The first day is tomorrow. This is all happening right now. Winter solstice, great conjunction, death of age of Aries, birth of the light, coming into the light with the solstice, and the age of Aquarius. So the age of Aquarius is about really recognizing the humanitarian in ourselves. And we know we can take all that learning from the past 20 years of being in the age of Aries, that human doer, that growing and building and more attitude. We know that actually is, it's fine to have some of your energy on material gain and growth and structure and creating many systems that everybody's supposed to live by. Well, we know, look at where that got us. Every system is being broken down right now. Every system. And so the age of Aquarius is with the element of air. And so think of air, breath of spirit. Air has no boundaries. All is possible. And the age of Aquarius, the humanitarian inside is calling forth each and every one of us to connect into your soul purpose and your gifts. Because we know that if we choose the path away from our soul purpose and maybe choose what looks better on paper or the bigger money job, that eventually down the road, the soul is going to be really starved and depressed and need some attention. And all that money that you have won't truly bring you happiness. But when we are in our humanitarian, when we choose some work that has to do with our gifts and soul purpose, it doesn't feel like work. And you're able to give and you're able to serve more, because aligned with your heart and your gifts, it feels lighter. You don't feel work as a heavy burden. You're able to do it more with joy. Whistle while you work, kind of to your step. So this is where we're headed. Beginning tomorrow, Age of Aquarius, it's here. The message that this Age of Aquarius is saying, remember the wisdom of knowing that every thought, every word, every action has a direct effect and has a ripple effect out in all directions, below and above. We are energetic light beings. And so we're either, giving light, shining light, or maybe sometimes you're dimming your own light or dimming someone else's light. But we're really, really asked, and this guiding light that the great conjunction will be tonight, it's shining us, it's holding space for us while we have the longest night of the year. So we can go into the darkness, go into the great mystery, and it's saying, don't worry, I've got your back. Here's this beautiful light. I'll shine it all night long on you. Nothing to fear. And if we think about the 3 wise men following this guiding light to the birth of Jesus, Jesus's name means God with us. And this guiding light is saying, recognize that you are not alone, that you have support from this great universe, from the great all-powerful God within you, God all around you. This is the light at the end of the tunnel. There's no denying that we have support. We have it. We just have to recognize it and connect. And so that's the beauty of connecting to the full moons, the half moons, the planets in the calendar in that way. There's so much for us. So this is a very auspicious time and to meditate and really connect into you. So it's very important right now. And as always, when I talk about these planetarian times, the energy buildup, think about of a mountain. There's 10 days of the buildup of the energy before and then 10 days after. So it's there for us to work with. And we want to stay grounded in this time, because you might get some wild messages that come through to you. And like, for instance, I had this message come through over Thanksgiving to feed the homeless. And it came through in a dream, and I thought, gosh, how am I going to do that? And so the next night, and I didn't know, and I had to wait in the not knowing. And the next night, I was shown, take your leftovers and put them on paper plates and make a plate and put the tinfoil and get in your car and drive it to the people on the streets and pass it out. And so that's what I did. And something really was birthed in that time and that I am to do. And it was so beautiful. So when we get these guided messages, just know if you're unclear, you can ask again and be patient, and it will come. You will be fully shown how to do it. Just trust. So this time is so auspicious. I want to give you 2 hand mudras that relate to Saturn and Jupiter. So the thumb and index finger. So the index finger is Jupiter finger. So if you just hold this hand mudra, you can feel that it aligns you. And then the thumb and the middle finger relates to Saturn. And so these hand mudras can help you remember, like, oh my goodness, remember that great conjunction and that guiding those 2 planets that look like an 8-pointed star at night went on for a few days, and the whole world could see it at the end of 2020. So I want you to put your physical eyes on this star so that you have that vision, and bring in that starlight into your body for healing and to ignite your divine light even brighter than it is. One of my teachers, Simone Matthews, she's saying that this age of Aquarius, this time right now that we're in, she's calling it the Great Awakening. And I've heard that from other teachers too, but she is saying that what is happening right now is we are opening the 5th chamber of our heart. Isn't that awesome? And so it will be even easier to access your gifts and your purpose in your heart and be that humanitarian. And that humanitarian is actually a more healthy, alive, energetic, vibrant way to live. Because humanitarian wants to care for the earth. It wants to repurpose old clothes or, compost foods. It wants to take part in beautifying the world and keeping the world thriving for all. It goes beyond the me attitude. It's the we. It's the connection to Mother Earth and Grandfather Sun and Grandmother Moon and the heavens, as above, so below. So thank you everyone for listening. If you need any shamanic healing or counseling, spiritual counseling, I am here for you. Happy winter solstice, great, I keep calling it grand, great conjunction. Get outside these next few nights and take in that light. Namaste.